Padmashri. I would like to introduce our son AASHAY Jain. He is 9 years old and he is sweet, loving, confident and a gentle boy. He has many talents and hobbies. One among the hobby is reading. It was his passion since he was a child. So, over the years, he has improved his vocabulary by reading. I thank the International Book of Records for recognizing my son's efforts. This is really a good platform to showcase his talent. Thank you.
I'm AASHAY Jain of Grade 4 of Gems Millennium School, Sharjah. Now I'm going to read a few books. This is the duck driving home in a truck. This is the track which is taking him back. This is the rock struck by the truck. And this is the muck where the truck becomes stuck. These are the feet which jump the duck down into the muck all yucky and brown. This is the frog who spies from the bush and croaks, "I'll help you give it a push." This is the push of a frog and a duck. And this is the truck still stuck. This is a sheep driving home in a jeep. "Get out of the way," he yells with a beep. This is the quack of an angry duck. "I can't," he snaps. "My truck is stuck." This is the quiet as they think what to do. "Got it," croaks the frog. "Sheep can push too." The cranes and the cobra. Once upon a time, there lived a number of cranes in an old banyan tree. Near the roots of that very tree lived a black cobra in a hole. He was very cruel. Whenever any mother crane laid eggs in her nest, the cobra would go there sleepily and eat up the eggs. The cranes could not do anything but be well for some days and be silent. They felt just hopeless indeed. But one of the cranes, when he lost the eggs laid by her companion, could not tolerate it. He made up his mind to do something to get rid of the cruel cobra. He flew to a nearby pool and sat weeping over the loss of match for his daughter. The god of clouds said, "The wind god is far stronger than I. He can dismantle me in no time. So you had better talk to him." So the hermit invoked the wind god and appeared before the family instantly. Before the hermit could speak anything to him, the girl ejaculated, "Daddy, he is extremely active and he can never stay at one place. He will drag me hither at the top of his voice." It wasn't as loud as a hard roar, but it was still quite loud, and that was the way they found their way home. Nighttime in the land of the dinosaurs, the clouds were too thick to see the stars as the rain poured down on the wild, wet world. But the treetop family were cozy and warmy in their treetop home, and they were all fast asleep. Well, nearly all. Snore. Professor Pablo was already asleep. That solved the problem of the Parasaurolophus, but they couldn't solve the problem of Professor Pablo. He was just very loud professor. "It's lucky that Pablo doesn't have a crest like a hairdresser," said Professor Pandla, putting in her earplug. Instead of entering Mrs. Fox's home, she remained outside and looked through the window at her friend. She doubted there was something fishy. She started crying loudly and yelled, "Oh God, Mr. Fox's breaths are stuck. Dead foxes always open their mouths. His mouth is closed, so he cannot be dead. Let us kill him." And as he was hanging between life and death. On hearing this, Mr. Fox opened his mouth. Wise Mrs. Rabbit saw this and became aware of his friend's treacherous plan. She quickly disappeared into the forest, leaving them bewildered. Long ago, the sun shone down on the wild, wonderful world, and the volcanic swamps and bubbled and steamed. The treetop family, the first one to ever invent a time machine, have traveled back to the land of the dinosaurs. In this adventure, the time machine has gone back 95 million years to the Cretaceous period, what is now known as Africa. The treetop family are about to have a delicious picnic. Felt extremely aggrieved and tears streamed down his cheeks. But it was no use crying over spilt milk now. So he composed himself and set out looking for his unworthy pupil Ashabuti. Soon he reached a town and reported the matter to the Cotwell. Soon, a few days later, Ashabuti was arrested and sent to jail. Dev Sharma got his wealth back too. Learn a lesson from the story that thieving is a bad habit. On top of it, stealing the wealth of one's teacher is even a bigger sin. Knowing the reality about himself, Jackal turned pale. The cubs, who were just his brothers, still some time before, looked like his murderers, now were going to poor Jackal. So the Jackal lost no time to say goodbye to his foster brothers and ran for his life as fast as his legs could carry him. Having told the story, the king and said to the potter, "Leave the other lapwing with the eggs." She was very beside herself with joy to see her eggs safely back. She admired at the courage of the lapwing again and again. Then she sat on the eggs for a few days. Lovely babies hatched out from them and they lived happily ever after with the ghost after a long time. Remember this story: whenever you are face to face with a problem, act wisely and with courage. You will get over it long. Endurance always conquers, they say. The end. Thank you.
Super Talented Kid, a biggest platform to explore kids' talent. A proud moment to make your kid recognized worldwide. An opportunity to get honored in an award show. Also get a chance to meet and greet with Bollywood celebrity. Apply now. Log on to www.internationalbookofrecords.com and for more details call 9646803875 7973 222208. Super Talented Kid, one in a million.